Today I'm going to try to force myself to use one of my least favorite items in the entire game. I guess maybe item isn't quite the right word because I do like this counter. It is specifically this swatch that I despise. I don't know what it is. I think maybe just like the green and the brown I cannot get behind. I cannot even remember a time that I have ever used this swatch, and I want to try to make it work. I really would like to try to find a way to use this swatch successfully and like actually like how it looks. So we're gonna base the entire house around this counter today. And I think I'm gonna try and use only Parenthood for this build and try and keep it slightly limited pack. There's quite a few nice items from Parenthood, so I think that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I even have a reference photo. I don't know if we're gonna try and build this house exactly, but I like the look of this house and I like how these windows look because I think that that could work with the Parenthood windows. And I have a reference photo. I don't think I'm gonna try and build this house exactly, but I want to try and build something that is similar to it. Mostly just because I like how these windows look. It kind of has a sunroom vibe, and I feel like we can do that with the Parenthood windows. See, kind of like these ones. I wonder if we could put basically the whole wall full of them. That would be a really interesting living area. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You know, I'm also not really sure how many bedrooms we're gonna have or like what the interior is gonna be like. I kind of just have this one single shape in mind. Also, I think that the house looks like this. So we'll have to see how that goes once we start trying to do the floor plan. I think I might add something to the side there. I don't know. Let me think about the roof real quick because I do think the roof is actually very simple. I wonder if it would be cool to have an even wider overhang. I wish I could have somewhere in between those two. That's like my age-old problem in The Sims. I wish I could have like a half tile. Oh, that actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. Do you think that's too high up though? Let me make it a bit bigger again. I don't really know about this. I think I need to try and make it a little bit more flat. I think it would be okay if it had this little bit right there. I think that makes sense. And then maybe it could have something like that on the side. I actually am not really sure about the side there. I wonder if we could put a little extra balcony out here. I don't really know if I like that. I think it's okay. Let me scoot everything forward because that'll be nicer for us to have a little bit of space in the backyard. Is that fine? I think it's fine. Should I do the floor plan before I do any windows? Also, I just got these extra, oh, those are way bigger than I thought they were. I just got these free items from the marketplace. I've been out of town, so I haven't had a chance to check out the older ones. I think it's the desk and this. Oh, that's so nice. Oh my gosh. It's fun to get free stuff. You can't really go wrong with that. I'm not the biggest fan of the marketplace. That's actually an understatement. I actively despise the marketplace, but I do like getting free items, so I'm having some complicated feelings about it. I think maybe if the staircase was like kind of in the middle, I feel like that could maybe work because we could do the bedrooms like this. I wonder if it would be better if I did it like that. Oh, we could have an extra bathroom up here if we did it like that. It is very tight, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Parenthood does have doors. So if we wanted to, we could put like a couple of these kids doors upstairs. I think that's pretty good. I'm not super excited about this part, but maybe one of the rooms, maybe this room could have that and we could put like a bookshelf hidden inside of it or something. I'm thinking like something along those lines because it looks like a built-in. All right, I'll come back to that. We don't need to figure that part out right now. How would this be laid out? Okay, what about we have the primary bedroom down here. So they've got a double bed. It's pretty big. They've got some extra space. They have lovely big windows. I had imagined that being the living room, but sometimes these things don't work out how we want them to. And they can have a primary bathroom. So they've got an ensuite. And then we could have a little tiny hall bathroom downstairs right here. That could just be a toilet and a sink. A nice little half bath. I bet we can get rid of this part now. I liked it, but we don't need it. This can be the living room. We could have like the couch up against the wall, little coffee table, maybe a fireplace and a TV here. The kitchen can go in this little nook, and then we'll have a dining table right there. All right, that's a pretty solid plan. Let me start trying to put in the kitchen first. I mean, I really need to do the windows, but I kind of want to start with the kitchen just because, oh, what if I put this door? Wait a minute. Could the back door be on the side? The way I just interrupted my own thoughts just then to decide I wanted to do this, that could be nice though. Oh my God. I really don't like it. It's horrible. And I had an era where I used pretty much exclusively this counter as well, just not in this color. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, I think, because I really like how that looks. Maybe the stove could be there and the fridge could be here. I do have a Parenthood stove and a Parenthood fridge that we can use. That's nice. I have never understood why they made this so tall to the point where it doesn't actually fit with the counters. Is that the right color? It doesn't even look like it's the right color. If I raise that up, it's not clipping, right? It just has a weird lighting to it. Oh, I guess it always does, so it hardly matters. Okay, I'll do it anyway. Is it better for it to be clipping or for it to have the weird lighting? I think actually it's better for it to clip right here. Okay. Should we do some smaller cabinets above this? Well, now I'm thinking I should have raised it up again. I think that looks nice. I like the built-ins. So they'll have their sink right there. Unless we want to put the sink over here and have a dishwasher, because there is a dishwasher from Parenthood. Let's do that. Oh my god. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. Wow. Orange, huh? That doesn't really match because it doesn't have the right green tones in it. I don't think any of these things match. What if instead of, this is bad because this is like a prime opportunity to use the Parenthood tiles, but what if we did this as the backsplash? It's like kind of ugly in a way that is fun. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, we're really trying here. We're really trying to do something different. I might have to use a different bar stool, or at least just a different color of the bar stool, because I don't really love how that one was looking. What happens if we use a lighter wood? Oh, I don't like that. Okay, maybe not these bar stools then. Oh, I can have a matching table. I might need to get flooring that's a bit more of a red tone. Oh, I hate red. I don't think that there's really stairs that even match this. There's bright red ones. I think those might be the best bet. Oh, I wish that rug would fit. That's okay, we don't have to use that one in here. I'll use that in the living room. What color should it be? It kind of needs to be green, right? Maybe it could be that green. Oh, what about that tile color? I kind of like that it adds in some yellow. That's too far even for us, isn't it? Those yellow chairs. I don't know if I can do it. What if it was something yellowy? Like this is actually kind of a beige color, but it has like a yellowness to it. Sort of like how this looks. Oh, it's kind of orangey. That's good. Maybe we won't use a bar stool. Well, that has a matching swatch. Oh, except it's not even a matching. Wait a minute. Why is it a different color? You'd think that it would be the same. Oh my god. Maybe I'll do it in this color with the white. I think I might stick to them being over here. Let me just get this scooted over a little bit further. Okay, thinking about base game rugs. Do you think this one would have a nice plain enough swatch? That actually might be okay. I would have to change the chairs, but that would be fine, I think. There are Parenthood chairs that come in green and orange. I think I'm very much struggling with this orange concept because it's like none of the tile really matches that. I mean, maybe this one. It just is more brown than green. It makes me feel like the cabinets don't match. Oh, there's also this chair. What kind of colors does this one come in? Is that the same as the... Oh no, that's way too bright. Okay, but this swatch kind of looks like it's yellow, which matches this. I think I'm gonna put loads of the chairs. I think it's good to have 6 because we're not gonna do bar stools anymore. This is the chore chart from Parenthood. I don't use this enough. I really should be using it more because you can also like ground your Sims with it and stuff, but I just don't ever do it. Okay, I'm gonna come back to the decor over there. I'm just realizing I never put in doors or anything or windows to the rest of the house, so we should probably do that. I think those windows are kind of similar to what the windows in the reference photo look like. I'm not sure if I like it like that, but I think it would be good. Do you think it would be weird to have one of these giant windows in the entryway? I don't think so. I might skip those on the top floor. Okay, I don't know about the windows in this part yet either. I might base that around the living room a little bit more once we have more stuff. Let's just have the left rail. Do you think I should curve the staircase out? Oh, maybe the couch could go here and we could put the TV there. That might look better. Okay, I bet that's probably the best option for sofa. There are also these really nice Parenthood coffee tables that I definitely do not use enough. Okay, and there's a TV right there with it. Maybe there could be a chair in the corner. Oh, is that the only chair from Parenthood? Really? Oh, I'm not using that. I don't really want to put that in here. Let's try this one. This looks more like a comfy couch type of chair. Maybe it could be in a creamy color. Okay, I mean, I don't love it, but I think it looks good for what we're trying to do. I think we should get another set of big windows above this. I think that would be really, really nice to have. Oh, you know what else actually could be another idea? I wonder if we could put a dresser. It's really matchy-matchy, but I do like a dresser as a TV stand because it has more storage and that has a little bit more color to it as well. Of course, the nightstand does not come in the same colors. So we're like going back to base game. That has yellow and green. Okay. Oh, I forgot about these curtains. We should definitely try and use those because that's super cute. Okay, and it adds more yellow, which we need. I was wondering about a chess table. No, never mind. Didn't like it, actually. I might have to come back to that front part. Maybe I should put in a couple of the things into the primary bedroom. Oh, you know what else we should use is maybe we put a single bed there from Parenthood, and then this bed actually used to be from Parenthood, but then they moved it into the base game. But maybe we could have like a loft bed thing in here. Actually, let me redo that. I don't want to have the double ladder. I think it looks weird when there's a ladder like tucked into the wall, so we'll do it like this. I'll change the colors of those soon. Oh, I wonder if they could have a bassinet in their bedroom. Like maybe they just had a baby. That's so annoying. I want to use that rug really bad. Okay, we should just try and pick a rug that I maybe wouldn't normally go for. All right, hear me out. This is like maybe a little bit too far. What do you think about us using this rug 3 times, sort of piling them together? I might actually want to get 4 of them so we can build it out like a custom rug. I think that matches the vibes. I'm just not really sure about the beds because I feel like none of them will match. I wish we had a solid color of that one. Like, to me, this bed is so modern. That's not what the house needs. And all the other ones have way too much pattern on them. Maybe this one could work. I didn't really want it to be white, but maybe that's better just because it lets the rug shine. Okay, I put a desk and a computer next to the bassinet over here. I wonder if we put curtains across the room, kind of like that. I actually don't really like them, but it would be so horrible if this was your bedroom to have no curtains covering this front window that is like just right next to the street. I think I might use one of these new free ones as a painting for this kitchen. I really like that color. What do you think about trying to put like 2 of them right next to each other on that wall? I feel like that's really beautiful. Me just ignoring the bedroom because it started to stress me out. It's okay. We need to finish the rest of the rooms anyway. I wonder if I could get rid of that window right next to the front door. I kind of like this. I think I might put this in the kitchen as if one of the kids made it. I'm also wondering about putting some of these toys in the living room so that the kids can play with them. And I've always liked this little magazine rack thing to put next to a sofa. So that could be nice. We've got a dish rack. I think I will put this little fruit bowl here. A lot of this stuff will be really nice to put in the kids' rooms. I'm just not so sure about putting it in the rest of the house. Oh, this plate could be good on this. That's really nice for a dining room, actually. Okay, we could do it in that color. I actually haven't really used that much. I'm kind of glad that we're putting it here because that looks nice. All right, aside from the wallpaper, I think the dining room and the kitchen can be done. How about these pictures going up the stairs? I think that could work. And then maybe we could get a nice big plant by the front door in the corner. And then I thought I would put the burglar alarm in there too. Oh, I guess I also need to get something on this table. I'm thinking probably this little box and a nice plant. Just gotta figure out how to best lay them out so they don't look weird. Oh, that's not far over enough. A lot of trial and error. That looks good. I kind of like it asymmetrical, so. Okay, I think the living space is done. I'm still ignoring the wallpaper. You'll have to forgive me on that one. I think we could probably pick some fun wallpapers for the bathrooms. Maybe some things that match a little bit more nicely. For this one, maybe we could try that pinkish tile. And then in this one, what if it was like colorful? Okay. Oh, I just remembered there's a sink from Parenthood. I should have used that in the kitchen because I like that thing. That's cool. Okay. I don't really feel like I want to use that in the bathroom. I might use this one in the bathroom. Do you think we could fit this little laundry cart? I really would like to. Oh, we may as well try. There's no harm in adding it in. That's a reasonable little bathroom. I can actually scoot the windows a little bit if I want to, which would be helpful. And then I was thinking in this primary bathroom, I might do a shower tub combo. Oh, let me try that one upstairs and maybe like just the tile one down here. Okay, in this primary bathroom, I put the bigger counter. I think that would be helpful. Let me go up and work on the upstairs bathroom and then I'll come back to the downstairs. I'm still avoiding it, can you tell? Oh no, that's horrible. Maybe this little light purpley one could be nice for, well, I guess it depends what kind of tub we want to use. I do like that one. Like, I think that's adorable. We could just do white flooring too and add in color. elsewhere. So that sink has a blue base right now. I could make it have a minty base. There's a pink robe that adds in some more color. There's this. Okay. Oh, what if the bassinet was over here? You know what? That looks better. Let me ditch the mirror. That's actually a significant improvement. Like almost you can't even compare. It looks way better that way. Let me add some books or like an open journal or something. Okay, so Parenthood does have this little white paneling. I don't really know if I'm all that interested in using it, so I might skip out on that one. Oh, this is a cute sports wallpaper. Let's try that one for one of these upstairs bedrooms. I might have to change these once I do the beds, but maybe I put the burglar alarm there and then we could get another piece of art over here. I might use the other free one because that has some really nice colors that match this super well. That's like exactly what we're using in here. Okay, let's do that. And then in this primary bedroom, I might try and get, I'm thinking like one of these darker colors that matches the floor. Do you think that that's too vibrant? I feel like maybe it is. I think we should probably do something a little bit less. Oh, you know what I'm just realizing they don't even have in here? Is that I didn't put a dresser. What was I thinking? Can I do that one? Maybe if I put that one further over, I could do this over a little bit more. And then there could be a full-length mirror on the wall right next to it. You know what? That's probably more functional. Maybe I'll make this white. Or we could do, like, this one is actually from Parenthood. How far into the wall? Not that far. I'm like, how far can I scoot it and have it not clip? Okay. I think that's way better for the downstairs. So I feel like the downstairs interior is done. Let's do the hallway. They have these Parenthood sheer curtains that I've not really ever used. I think maybe there's a reason I don't really ever use them, but I'll try it. I also kind of want to put the bonsai tree because that feels like a fun skill building object that we can include. That might have to be everything that we have up there. Yeah, because even the rugs don't really look very good. Okay, what if we mixed these two beds for this bedroom? And then we could maybe put in this fun stripy rug. Well, what if it was like red and black and blue? I will admit, I have not really ever used those colors before. So in a way, this could be kind of an interesting experiment for us. Let me look at everything from Parenthood again, because I want to try to use some of the decor that we haven't yet. What about the black and gray dresser? They also have this really cute art table. We can get that with some red. Do any of these? Oh, this one does. I was gonna say, do any of the stuffed animals come in red? And yes, they do. I might add some sporting equipment over here because this is a very sports themed room right now. I'm gonna make this be red by adding one of these on top of the little sticky calendar thing. Oh, the ladybug could be good too because that adds in some more red. Do you think this looks like it belongs in a kid's room? Oh, that's kind of black and red. I really don't like that. Are there like little pillows or like little chairs? Well, that's the only Parenthood chair. I kind of want it to have a little poof or something, but it's okay. Sometimes our dreams don't work out as we want them to. All right, let's call that kid's room done. This one, I was gonna try to have be a little bit more peachy pink, but it kind of depends what the bed comes with. Oh, I love that one. So we want it kind of like purpley and blue. The cloud is kind of exciting because there is a cloud. It's purple, right? Yeah, there's like purple clouds from the base game on this rug. We can definitely do that. And maybe this child can be really sciencey, so they could have the science table. I think I want to look through all of the Parenthood decorations again. Oh, maybe we can make the kids' room kind of messy. That would honestly really help with that corner to have something else over there. I think that matches pretty well in this room. This is like some craft supplies, so we could probably have those. I just added in the skateboards on this wall. I think maybe in this room, I might try and get some of the purpley lights. These are night lights, which is so cute, and I'm definitely going to use in here. Let me put one over here by the bed. We could probably add in this little doctor toy. Oh, it comes in purple. That's so cute. And then how about this purple bunny? I think we do probably need another couple things right here. This is a bathroom cabinet. How weird would it be if we put that inside of this bedroom? Maybe if I covered up the toilet paper with something else. So that way it looks like, because you could have, these could be sweaters or something, you know? These books covers it perfectly. Well, actually you can kind of still see, but that's fine. We can just pretend that you can't. I really like this room. This place is a lot funkier than I would normally do, but I'm liking it so far. I'm gonna try and figure out the exterior now. I have this vision of having a bunch of red accents on a mostly white building. And I feel like there's some potential there. The house in the reference photo is all white, only white. I'm not really sure if that's what I want, but I think it being white works and makes sense. I don't really know what kind of roof I want to use. I don't love a lot of these shingles. Gray is probably weird, right? I think it needs to be a bit more of a brown color. I'm kind of now second guessing my flower boxes. Maybe I'm second guessing this kind of siding, because maybe if it was a little bit of a wider siding, oh, I think that looks a lot better. Maybe if we had the red with a brown base instead of white. Dang, there's just something about it that I'm really not liking. I feel like the red is really throwing me off. Here's a doormat. We can use that. I think maybe we could try the stairs that have a white and brown thing going on. Oh, of course it's not actually white. That would just make too much sense. No, we can make that work. I think that's kind of nice. I might try this kind of foundation for the porches and then something a little bit simpler for the rest of the house. Okay, in the back, I'm just adding in a little patio. Oh my God, that's horrible. I would really prefer for this to have some inner posts. I don't know why. I don't know if that makes sense, but I wish I could just make it custom beyond the edge. I guess it's not really worth bothering with. Oh, we should get spandrels too. We can just use these base game ones. And now for the fun part, we can start doing some landscaping. I think there needs to be a tree in the front of the building. Our reference photo has a tree like right here, but I don't think it looks very good. We can move ours over a bit. We can have it be in this corner. Maybe I could do another little one back there in that corner too. I'm gonna put a couple planter boxes on some of the sides where it seems like we could benefit from having a little bit of extra. What do we think about having a larger bush around the whole front of this? Actually, I kind of like that. I wonder if I could still have a tall tree in there. I'm kind of thinking something like this. But then I don't really like the hydrangeas. Maybe we don't put it. We don't have to. I think maybe this could be smaller, the bush. Ooh, that does look a lot better actually. Okay, it's really simple on the outside. Let me just get a little hedgerow back this way. I think they could probably use a fence gate. Okay, so there's a little outdoor dining table. I think I'm gonna tuck away the trash can in this corner. I didn't put a trash can inside, but it's just easier for them to bring it outside, I think, sometimes. I put a chess table, though. And then maybe we could have some kind of, a telescope. And then I was thinking, like, the monkey bars, so they can play outside. Lovely. Well, there we have it. An entire house inspired by my least favorite swatch of those Parenthood counters. I think I'm glad I did this. I feel like I really went outside of my comfort zone with the whole interior today. I used a lot of things I never use and a lot of color schemes I haven't done before. And I think it actually really worked out. I really like the downstairs. And also, I've never thought about doing this like purple and blue kids bedroom. I might do something like this again. So I learned something. I think on that note though, I'm probably gonna upload this to the gallery. It is 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and I'll get it uploaded for you. Oh boy. Please save. I don't ask you for much. Oh, okay, we're fine. I was gonna try and drink my water while I waited for it to do that. Well, nice work, team. I think with that, I'll probably wrap the video up right here, and I will catch you tomorrow. I, unfortunately have some bad news to share. I don't really know when I'm posting this video. I'm kind of like trying to pre-record right now, which is horrific because my grandfather passed away yesterday. So when you're seeing this, I think I'll be out of town for his funeral. I just mentioned that because like, if I don't post that much this week, that's why. I'm gonna try and do what I can. I kind of wanted the distraction this morning, so that's why I've been recording today, but I don't know what the rest of the day is gonna bring. I might be crying too much to film. So anyway, I will hopefully see you tomorrow. I don't know why I ended the video like that. Oh my god, this is like, I'm just making everything so sad. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't even have told you.